This thing right here is the electoral map from the 1828 U.S. presidential election featuring Democratic candidate Andrew Jackson and National Republican candidate John Quincy Adams. This is the year that Jackson came back for revenge. He was in the mood to revenge. Because in the previous election, the 1824 one, Jackson won most of the electoral votes and the popular vote, but he still lost. It was because no one reached the 131 electoral vote threshold required by the 12th Amendment. So for some reason, the House of Representatives handed the presidency to Adams. Jackson and his supporters just never got over this. As a result, the 1828 election was brutal. Both sides got their hands dirty by spewing slander, saying bad words to each other, and there was, dare I say, name calling. Jackson was casually called a murderer for executing deserters during his military service. Jackson was also called an adulterer for marrying Rachel Jackson before her divorce was technically finalized, something that happened like 35 years prior to this election. Jackson believed that the stress from these attacks contributed to Rachel having a heart attack shortly after the election and dying. When it came to Adams, he was accused of using public funds to gamble in the White House, and at one point he was accused of being a pimp, which is not ideal. Regardless, Jackson and his followers spent the previous 4 years building a powerful campaign that focused on voters' rights and fighting corruption. Jackson was branded as a man of the people, even though he was a wealthy plantation owner and he owned slaves. And he overall supported the institution of slavery to the point where he was offering rewards for runaway slaves. And how he basically, but since he was a man of the people, Jackson carried 15 states and won 178 electoral votes. While Adams over here, this guy, only managed to get 9 states and 83 electoral votes. And in terms of the popular vote, Jackson received 638,348 votes, while Adams got 507,440 votes. But unlike last time, Jackson crossed that 131 electoral vote majority threshold, meaning the House of Representatives couldn't interfere with the will of the voters, which is wonderful, except for the whole slavery part.